So there are many ways through which the banks can arrange funding: current account, saving account, fixed deposit, central bank fund market, interbank borrowing, asset backed commercial paper, and there is one more, repo. Now, by the way, PS, I am talking about repo in the context of bank, okay? Because over here in India, we are very much used to thinking or talking or listening about repo in the context of banks. After I am done and explaining you about repo in the context of bank, I will try to widen up your horizon, because repo transactions can be done by anyone, okay? But here's the kicker about repo transaction in the context of bank. The full form of repo is repurchase agreement, and it's a very simple and intuitive way of borrowing money. Oh yes, it is borrowing money, but look at the way the entire transaction is structured. Let's say for example I am a bank, commercial bank like HDFC, okay, and I need money. Let's say for example I need 2000 crore. There are many ways to arrange that money. One of them is repo. Over here, what I could do is I can enter into an agreement with Reserve Bank of India. So in India, repo transactions, which we have been listening, typically happens between the commercial bank and the central bank. I enter into this agreement on day one. What happens on day one? I need money. So what do I do is HDFC Bank will sell few securities. Let's say for example HDFC Bank has invested in government bonds, or let's say gold, whatever it is. HDFC Bank will sell the asset. It could be a security, it could be a gold bar, whatever it is. It will sell the asset on day one at 2000 crore. And of course RBI will buy that asset by paying 2000 crore. So now HDFC Bank has that money. That is happening on day one. But they will enter into the agreement called repurchase agreement. And as the name of the agreement says, when they are entering into the agreement on day one, where HDFC is selling asset and RBI is buying it, over here HDFC is making one more promise that they will, HDFC Bank, at a later point in time, towards the end of the agreement, expiry of the agreement, HDFC Bank will repurchase the asset, and the price at which it will repurchase is fixed on day one itself. Let's say it could be 2100 crore. Yes, it will be fixed on day one itself. So on the last day, HDFC Bank will pay 2100 crore, and it will kind of, get the asset back on the last day. They will have to do it because it is part of the agreement. It is mentioned on day one. Are you getting it? And I don't know if you look at the transactions, if you remove the formation of the transaction, if you look at the substance of the transactions, think about it. On day one, HDFC is borrowing 2000 crore from RBI, borrowing 2000 crore from RBI with a promise that it will pay the RBI 2100 crore after a year or whatever that agreement time period is. And think about it. The difference of this 100 crore is nothing but the interest. And why am I saying this is more like a borrowing or lending? Because on day one, HDFC Bank has agreed with 2100 crore. On day one, everybody knows that the RBI is buying at 2000 crore, and then later it is going to sell at 2100 crore. पहले से decided है यार, तो interest ही होगा ना, it's as good as borrowing and lending only. Are you getting it? All of you? Why this is called repurchase agreement and repo? And by the way, this 100 crore is the interest which you're paying on 2000 crore. बराबर है? Can I say it is, in percentage, it is 5%? This 5%, my dear friends, is called repo rate.
So what are these securities usually that the bank sells?
These securities could be government bonds. HDFC ने sovereign government bond में इन्वेस्ट कर रखा है. HDFC ने कोई दूसरे स्टेट गवर्नमेंट बॉन्ड में इन्वेस्ट कर रखा है.
So they sell
HDFC
the...
ने HDFC बैंक ने रिलायंस के बॉन्ड में इन्वेस्ट कर रखा है.
Okay.
These bonds, or it could be gold bar, as I told you. Any asset, bro, any asset. Typically, these are fixed income securities. So, yeah.
So I didn't understand exactly how they work, so I'm a bit confused.
So, on day one, HDFC is selling the bond, let's say asset, gold समझ लो. HDFC is selling gold bar to RBI at 2000 crore. So, can I say HDFC gets the money on day one? I'm asking you, Dev.
Yes, sir. They get 2000 CR on day one.
So, since you asked, I'm asking question to you, तो थोड़ा जवाब दो, okay?
Okay, sir. Okay.
So RBI ने 2000 करोड़ का पैसा दिया इसको. हाँ, अच्छा, अगर तुम बेचते हो कोई चीज, let's say you sold a
2000 CR, right? The gold, right?
HDFC gave the gold to RBI and RBI gave 2000 crore rupees.
Okay, so RBI sold it.
कैसे RBI बेचा तो उसको पैसा मिलेगा ना, बेचेगा उसको पैसा मिलता है ना. तू मुझे
Okay,
गाड़ी
sorry,
बेचेगा तो
sorry.
तुझसे पैसा नहीं मांगूंगा ना मैं.
HDFC sold the gold
हाँ,
and received 2000 CR. So he gave the 2000 CR to RBI.
नहीं ना, वापस अगर मैंने तेरे को, अगर तूने मेरे को सोना बेचा और तुझसे पैसा मांगूंगा मैं.
No.
I will pay you the money ना when you're selling something to me, right?
Yeah,
So HDFC sold the gold, तो बदले में पैसा आएगा ना.
right.
गोल्ड किसको बेचा? RBI को, तो RBI देगा ना 2000 करोड़ HDFC को.
Okay.
बराबर, HDFC
Okay,
के जेब में 2000 करोड़ आ गया.
Okay.
You must have sold few things in your life. आज तक कभी तुमने बेचते वक्त प्रॉमिस किया है क्या कि 1 साल बाद, 2 महीने बाद परचेज कर लूंगा वापस?
No, sir.
नहीं
No,
किया है.
like...
पर यहाँ पे प्रॉमिस है, because it is mentioned in the repurchase agreement that after certain period, let's say 1 year, HDFC will buy the gold. अरे गलत जगह पे एरो चला गया. HDFC will buy the will repurchase the gold at 2100 crore. This is mentioned on day one.
Okay, but what if the price of gold falls, so?
Doesn't matter. हाँ, मतलब वो what if the price of gold falls, we can discuss that. But right now your question was कि तुमको mechanism नहीं समझा. Mechanism क्या बता दिया?
Okay, so the mechanism is that HDFC sells the gold to RBI, RBI gives 2000 CR.
हाँ, with the promise that in future HDFC will buy the gold back at a higher
Will buy
price.
the gold back at say 2100 CR. So that 100 CR is the
Interest.
profit RBI is making.
RBI is making a profit, yes, you can think of it that way, but think from HDFC point of view, it is as good as they have borrowed and then they have repaid 2100 crore with interest.
So that 100 CR is the interest that HDFC is paying.
Paying, yes, and in percentage it is 100 divided by 2000, it is 5%, which is called repo rate.
So, but again, I understood
एक मिनट. Did you understand the mechanism?
Yeah. I understood the
So
mechanism.
there are a lot of nitty-gritties to it. There is initial margin, there is variation margin, there is haircut. We will talk about it.
Okay, so just one question. So in the contract that is set, is it decided at what price HDFC will buy it back, or does
Yes,
that depend on market price?
2100 crore is decided on day one when they enter into the
decided
repurchase
already.
agreement.
Okay, but then what if the value of gold overall only falls?
Then there is something called as variation margin.
Okay.
So you'll have to give me some time to kind of take you through
Okay,
that.
okay. And like these will mainly be like very low risk securities, right?
Depends. As I told you, it could be Reliance, it could be Adani Securities also.
Okay,
तो उसके
okay.
हिसाब अगर अडानी का सिक्योरिटी तो 5% नहीं 15% हो जाएगा.
Okay.
रिस्क ज़्यादा है तो रिटर्न भी ज़्यादा है. सिंपल एज दैट.
All these things are decided from before, like that repo rate,
Day
which is
one.
mentioned. So
Day
if it's
one.
an Adani security, the government can mention it will be
Government
like
नहीं, RBI will mention
RBI,
15%.
sorry.
हाँ.
They can decide that it will be 10% or 15% as well,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Okay, I got it.
तुमको समझा, सब लोग को समझा. रीपर्चेज अग्रीमेंट इज एज गुड एज बोरिंग एंड देन रीपेइंग द मनी. ठीक है. नाउ देयर आर निटी ग्रिटीज टू इट. There is something called as haircut, variation margin, initial margin. I can throw all the jargons, but it is damn logical. So now I'm going to explain you that, keeping in mind home loan. It is pretty much that only. Okay. So let's talk about the nitty gritties of what do you say, repo transactions.